I'm going to show you how to make a kit car heater. Basically like a self-contained heater to take away the job of the massive airbox which comes in them from the factory. So we're going to bin this and replace it with this nice Liverpool lunchbox that I've purchased on eBay for less than £5. Basically, a kit car heater is like a standalone heater. It's compact. Mainly, its main job is to do with demisting the windscreen. I know race cars don't really have heaters, but you know, when you're building a car like this on a rainy track day, the windows are going to get steamed up pretty quickly, and that's pretty dangerous. But also, I didn't really want to put this massive heater, I mean this is only half of it, I didn't want to put this massive heater back in the car, so I looked at kit car heaters, and as I just said, it's like a self-contained heater. But they're about, for a multi-outlet one, you're looking at about 120 quid, 110 quid, depending where you shop, and I ain't paying that. So I did consider putting them back in, but then after a bit of thinking, I thought I could make one for less than 30 quid, so that's what I'm going to show you in this episode. What I'll do is I'll show you the heater complete in this episode, and then there'll be a separate how-to video with all the components and stuff you'll need to make this. So yeah, so I'm going to show you how to make a cheap kit car heater, or a race car heater, if you use for demisting your windscreen and your side windows, especially on a wet cold day. They'll soon steam up, and that leads to loss of visibility, which can be quite dangerous. So I'm just going to run you through how to make one for less than 30 quid, probably even cheaper, which it will be for me because I've already got some of the components here already. So what you will need is a metal box. I've chosen this one. It's a Liverpool lunchbox. I don't support any football teams. I really couldn't give a shit who they are. As you can see, fuck Marcus because he's a pussy faggot. So after lots of research, I thought this would be the ideal size. Less than a £5, I think it was delivered. Took a couple of days to get here. That ain't too bad. So that's the box. Next, we needed a heater element. I was going to use the factory Shuttles heater matrix, but it just, with all the pipe work here, you know, it just really wasn't just going to work. So after a bit of digging on eBay, I found these for 15 quid delivered. This is actually an Austin mini heater matrix. As I said, 15 quid delivered, which is a fucking good price. So yeah, we're going to need one of them. Next, we're going to need a fan. Now, I've not built this yet, as I'm going to build it with you in this episode, but I originally was going to use a 140mm PC case fan, but I didn't think that would have the flow or the power needed to defrost the windscreen. So instead, I've gone with a genuine SPAL fan. I believe this particular one's come off an Aprilia RS750. I'm not into my bikes, so I don't know. So that's a radiator fan off a bike, and I hope that's going to provide all the power we need to get some hot air on those windscreens. So I'll give you a quick rundown of just an overall look at what we're going to build. So we've got a box, nice tin. I was going to use plastic, but I thought it best off to use some form of metal. So I've already sized the heater core up. You might use a different heater core, but this just seems great for the money. And with the outlets coming out the side, you know, the pipes will be going that way to the firewall to go towards the engine. So I've already sized up the heater matrix on this box. Now I've sized it between this bit here and this bit here. So that's going to sit on there like that, and then on the flip side we're going to mount the fan directly to the matrix, like so, and then that will fit inside there. I've not worked out which way is push or pull, but I've already tested it and it will go both ways. So hopefully we'll figure it out from that. So the first things first, I'm going to cut the hole out. So just a quick update, I've decided to modify the way I'm going to cut it out a bit. I'm going to leave an inch by an inch tab on each corner. And then I'm going to use some universal radiator fan mounting clips, as shown here, to mount that onto the box. So that's the box all cut out. I've left 3 tabs there and smoothed off the edges. So yeah, that's the basic principle of it. I've decided that I'm going to mount the fan in a different way. The way I'm going to do it now is I'm going to mount it to these tabs with the same radiator fan plastic tie, and then I've just got to add a little bracket inside here to hold the fan. So I've probably skipped a couple of stages, but I'll update you on the current progress. So the box is all cut out, holes are cut. I've made a little bracket there, which on the fan is what that goes into. So that slots into there, and then the holes line up there. That positions the fan in the centre of the hole. So from behind, you get this view. Sort of like that. Yeah, you following? I hope so. So the next step, we're going to add outlets to the heater. In my particular application, I'm going to have 3 feeding the windscreen, and then one here that's going to feed the left and the right vent for the side window demister. In order to keep this no weld, that's one of the big things, you know, there'll be no welding involved in making this. It'd be a lot easier if you did weld it. But with the outlet size, I really wanted 2-inch, but I just couldn't find anything off the shelf that'd be suitable. So in the end, I went for some 2-inch drainage waste pipe for plumbing, and I've had some aluminium angle stock, which I've then just cut down into these little brackets, these little L-shaped brackets, and then just riveted them into place. And then I'm going to sit on top like that. So you can see I've already done 2. Once I put them on, I've used foil tape to aid in getting the seal. As you can see down there and through there. And just trying to keep it airtight so there's no air leaks around these sharp edges. And obviously you don't need to cut a hole in there. I didn't really have a suitable hole cutter, so I've had to use a carbide bit and slowly work around to cut out a rough hole same size as that. So I just need to drill 2 holes and mount this one. So that's the heater box finished. Just we'll run you through it, so just open it up. So that's the inside. As you can see, I've made some brackets secured by 2 M6 nuts and bolts. Pretty sturdy. Secured the fan in using some universal spout fan retainers. It just sandwiches the matrix on there, so that's all sandwiched together. Let's put it in the vise. So yeah, we've got 5 outlets all together. We got this one, we go into the dash vent, this we go into that dash vent. These two we go into the heater, the windscreen demister on for the original dashboard. That's it really. Motorcycle fan, hopefully it will do the job. What I've got to do is plug it in, but we'll figure that out when we start making all the dashboard switches. And there we are, lightweight heater box, less than 40 quid. Done. And it replaces that. So yeah, I'm just going to go quickly mount it back in the car. So there it is all mounted. It's not the final position. I think the water inlets just here might be a bit too close to the clutch pedal, but it might not be. We won't know until we get to the plumbing in stage. I might mount it back a bit, I don't know yet, but that's just like a rough idea where it's going to be, behind all the centre console. So yeah, fantastic.